Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Couple number one.
Hi, I'm Jenna. This is my nan Susan. We've come from Bishop Stortford.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Louise. I'm from Burton-on-Trent, and this is my friend Natasha. She's from the West Midlands.
And couple number three.
Hi, my name's Toby. This is my mate Jack, and we're from Marlborough in Wiltshire. And
finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Charlotte, and this is my brother Toby, and we're from Lightwater in Surrey.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks to all of you. We'll find out more about you throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. A man so smart he can answer rhetorical questions. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. But can I? How are you this afternoon?
I'm very well, thank you, yeah.
Excellent. Should be a lot of fun. We've got two pairs returning from last time. We've got Susan and Jenna, who we didn't see much of, a grandmother and granddaughter. We always like to see on the show, but knocked out in the first round last time, so we want to see a lot more of you today. And also Toby and Jack are back as well, who did slightly better last time, so they're going to be a tough pair to beat, I suspect, today.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show, and our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. Of course, everyone's trying to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, Greg and Sam didn't win the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £3,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, I'll take an answer from each of you, but there is to be no conferring. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be heading home. OK, our first category today is politics. Politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns women in politics. Women in politics, Richard.
On each pass, we're going to show you 7 clues to famous females from the world of politics in the UK and the rest of the world. Just need to give us the most obscure answer, please. There's going to be 14 in all to have a go at home.
OK, thanks very much. So we are looking for the names of these famous female politicians described by these clues. And here's our first pool of 7 clues. Succeeded Gerhard Schroeder as Chancellor of Germany, elected President of Liberia in 2005, Secretary of State responsible for London's Olympic bid. Obama nominated her as Secretary of State in 2008. Ireland's first female president. Became the Prime Minister of Israel, aged 70. With her husband, Sidney, she was a pioneer member of the Fabian Society. I'll read those all one last time. Succeeded Gerhard Schroeder as Chancellor of Germany, elected President of Liberia in 2005, Secretary of State responsible for London's Olympic bid. Obama nominated her as Secretary of State in 2008. Ireland's first female president, became the Prime Minister of Israel, aged 70, and with her husband, Sidney, she was a pioneer member of the Fabian Society. There we are, 7 clues to 7 famous female politicians. Now, Jenna and Susan, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. Jenna, you're going to kick us off. Now, what happened last time, Jenna?
We had the category of countries with the first vowel of E.
Yes, you went for Ethiopia.
Yes, that began with an E, so everyone had thought of it.
It's a great answer, but it scored 42. It's a very high score.
Yes, unfortunately.
Most unfair.
Yes.
Remind us what you do, Jenna.
I'm currently studying music journalism.
Very good. Now then, Jenna, what about these female politicians?
The minute politics came up, I knew I was in trouble. I have no idea. I don't know who any of them are.
It's not the easiest board we've ever had,
no,
I have to say.
I'm just hoping other people are going to go blank as well right now, really. Oh, I'm just going to have to make up a name and guess and say the London Olympic one, Shelley Johnson? I don't know.
Shelley Johnson, says Jenna. Shelley Johnson, the Secretary of State responsible for London's Olympic bid. Let's see if Shelley Johnson's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Oh, bad luck. Sorry, Jenna, I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Always tough on that first podium there. That scores you the maximum of 100 points. It may not be the last 100 of this round.
Sorry, Jenna, a lot of work for Susan to do now in pass 2.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Louise, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And you are from Burton-on-Trent.
That's right, yes.
And what do you do there, Louise?
I'm a librarian in a university.
How long have you done that for?
Well, I've been a librarian for about 13 years altogether.
Right, is that a faculty library or is that a sort of more general?
It is a school of health and wellbeing, so we mainly cover nursing and midwifery.
Fair enough. Now, what about this board of female politicians? What do you make of them?
Politics, not my strong point either. I think Natasha's going to be better at this than me, hopefully.
Oh, you see what she did there, Natasha? She just passed the buck.
A lot of pressure. So my mind's gone blank on quite a few of them that I know I'm going to know.
OK,
when
well,
we
as
hear
I
the
say,
answers.
don't worry. Just take your time. Take your time. Have a look down that board and just...
I'm going to say a female German politician and hope that that's the right one for the first answer. So I'm going to say Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel, says Louise. Let's see if Angela Merkel's right. Let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. 35. 35 gets us off the blocks with Angela Merkel.
Well played, Louise. Yes, she was elected in 2005, re-elected in 2009, the first female Chancellor of Germany.
Thanks, Richard. Jack.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show, Jack. Now, Jack, you've done something to your hair again.
I know.
Now, last time it looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
This time, it's like it's defying gravity, Jack. It's like it's gone out on a limb.
I tend to do that.
The person who I remember having hair like that when they were 17, maybe 18, was you. You did. I've got a picture of you with hair like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, last time we discovered that you play in a band called The Shots.
Yeah. the shots.
What else do you do when you're not doing that and when you're not studying?
I'm quite a big scuba diver. I
Are you
love
really?
Scuba diving, yeah.
OK, good stuff. Well done you. Now then, we are looking at this board of female politicians. No one so far has particularly enjoyed this board. How are you feeling about it?
I'm in the same boat, to be honest. There is one I think I know. I've seen her in politics quite a lot with Obama, so I'm really hoping that this is right. Obama nominated her as Secretary of State in 2008. I think it's Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton, says Jack. Let's see if Hillary Clinton's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. Well, 35 is our low score, 100 our high. 40 is what you get for Hillary Clinton. Very well done. Good answer.
Well played, Jack. Yeah, there's some brilliant women on this Hillary Clinton being one of them. They say she might run for president
Yeah.
next time round, which will be very interesting.
Charlotte, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. What do you do, Charlotte?
I'm a chartered accountant.
A chartered accountant. For a large accountancy firm, or are you...
No, for a small owner-managed business.
Good stuff. When you're not doing that, what do you do, Charlotte?
I enjoy playing tennis or trying to play.
Yeah, no, I enjoy trying to play. I've never, ever played tennis. I've only ever tried. Good stuff. Now, Charlotte, what are you going to go for? You're the last person to have this board, so if you wanted, you could talk us through it and fill in all the blanks and impress us all.
I'd love to, but no.
It's a tough board, isn't it?
Yeah, and I know nothing about politics. I'm just going to have to say, short of making up a name, I don't know, Sherry Blair for Olympic bid, which I know it's not.
Cherie Blair. OK, Cherie Blair.
I've got no idea.
Secretary of State. OK, well, we'll go with that.
Country, wrong thing.
Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Cherie Blair. Is it right? Bad luck, Charlotte. It's always awkward in that position. You have to make something up. But very well done. It's a game effort. It's incorrect, I'm afraid. Scores you the maximum of 100 points.
Yeah, the Secretary of State in question was Tessa Jowell. She would have scored you 13 points. Now, the best answer on the board is the Liberian president elected in 2005. She won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011 as well. First elected female head of state in Africa, beat the footballer George Weah to the election. It was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Very well done if you said that. 1 point that would have scored you. Ireland's first female president, as most of our Irish viewers will tell us, is
Mary Robinson.
Mary Robinson. Would have scored you 7 points. Prime Minister of Israel, age 70.
Golda Meir.
Golda Meir, yep, would have scored 11. And this is another good scorer here with the wife of Sydney. It's Sydney and Beatrice Webb. So I know some people would have got 3 points there.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at those scores. 35, Louise, best score of that pass. Very well done. Natasha, not so much pressure on you after all. Well done. So up to 40, we find Jack and Toby M. Then up to 100, where we find Jenna and Susan, and Charlotte and Toby H. So it's a battle of the hundreds. It's going to be Toby versus Susan in this next pass. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more clues on the board, and here they come. We have got, became head of the International Monetary Fund in 2011, one of the SDP Gang of Four, Prime Minister of India, assassinated in 1984, first woman to become US Secretary of State, elected President of Brazil in 2010, John McCain's running mate in the 2008 US election, and to date, the only female British Prime Minister. I'll read those all one last time. Became head of the International Monetary Fund in 2011, one of the SDP Gang of Four, Prime Minister of India, assassinated in 1984, first woman to become US Secretary of State, elected President of Brazil in 2010, John McCain's running mate in the 2008 US election, and to date the only female British Prime Minister. There we are. 7 more clues to famous female politicians. Now, Toby H., you are joint high scorers on 100.
Yeah.
You have to score as low as you possibly can here if it's going to keep you and Charlotte in the game. Now, welcome to the show, Toby. What do you do?
I'm a veterinary surgeon.
Oh, you're a vet?
Yeah.
So you've done all your training and everything?
Yeah.
So your vet training goes on for years?
5 years at the Royal Veterinary College. And
Right.
I qualified a couple of summers ago, so I've been working in a small animal practice since.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
I mean, it's one of those jobs, I think, vets generally love it, don't they?
Yeah, I
Vets
think
go
so.
into it because it's something they've always been
good.
interested in. Toby, what do you make of this board?
I only really know the obvious one, which I think I'm going to have to go with Margaret Thatcher for the only female British Prime Minister.
You remember that bit where I said you have to score as low as you possibly can?
I don't know any of the others.
OK. Margaret Thatcher says Toby H. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. There's no red line for you because you're the high scorers, joint high scorers. Is right. 81.
Get 100.
81. 181 is your total, Toby.
I think, you know, some people are having trouble with this round. I think genuinely, perhaps because of the unique difficulty in being a female in politics in various countries, a lot of the names on the previous board and this board is well worth looking up and reading up about them. Some genuinely brilliant life stories and brilliant women as well.
Good point. Now, Toby M.
Yes.
You are through to the next round.
Music to my ears. No,
This is good.
Music to my ears, yeah.
So, Toby, remind us what you do.
I'm a student. I'm currently studying the IB. I'm in my second year of sixth form, so...
OK, and what are you hoping to go on and do?
I'm looking to go on to university, but I'm hoping to go out to Malaysia for 3 years. There's a university out there that have got a course that interests me, so...
So you do your undergraduate course out in Malaysia?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if all goes to
Good stuff.
plan.
What's the course?
International Communications with English Literature.
Good stuff. Well, best of luck with that. Now then, you are on 40, which means you are through to the next round. Even if you score 100 points, you won't overtake the high score of Toby and Charlotte behind you. Now then, how do we feel about this board?
I knew Margaret Thatcher, obviously, and there's 2 more that I think I know. One I'm pretty sure with, and then there's another one not too sure with, but just to test myself and because I'm interested about whether I know or not, I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to say first woman to become US Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice, says Toby. No red line for you because you're already through. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Condoleezza Rice. Ooh, not Condoleezza Rice. Scores you the maximum of 100 points, takes your total up to 140.
Sorry, Toby, you won't be the only person who said that. I suspect she was the second female Secretary of State, but there was someone else before her.
Natasha, good news for you. You are also through to the next round, which gives you a bit of a safety net. Now, Natasha, what do you do?
I'm also a librarian, like Louise.
Also a librarian. Now, did you meet through librarianing?
Yes, we did. We used to work together at the University of Wolverhampton.
So whispered conversations. I always imagine that's how librarians meet. Hi.
Let's see, what's your new colleague like? Oh, very quiet, very quiet.
Oh, good.
Very good, yeah.
Oh, we like them. So how are you feeling about this? Louise bigged you up on this round. She said you'd be very good at it. There's a board almost empty. Take your pick.
OK, there are a few there that I think I could answer. One I'm not sure about because I don't think I get the name right. So I'm going to go for one of the SDP Gang of Four as Shirley Williams.
Shirley Williams. Shirley Williams, says Natasha. Let's see if that's right. No red line for you, as you're already through, but let's see how many people said Shirley Williams. Is right. $21. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 56. The lowest total by some margin of this round.
Terrific answer, Natasha. Well played, Shirley Williams. Yes, she's the granddaughter of a suffragette as well.
Susan, we have a game on our hands here. You have to score 80 or less. Right. 80 or less. I think you can do it. I'm going to stick my neck out. I think you can.
I'm not so
Talk
sure.
us through your answers. The board is all yours, Susan.
I know first names. John McCain's running mate was Sarah somebody. The first woman to become US Secretary of State, I think, was Madeleine... Oh, Madeleine Albright. That's
Is that the one you're going to go for?
Yes.
Madeline Albright, says Susan. Sounds good to me. Let's find out. Here is your red line. If you get below that, you're through to round 2. Madeline Albright. How many people said that? It's right. And you're through. Very well done, Susan. 3 for Madeline Albright. Brilliant answer. Takes your total up to 103. Very well done.
Great answer, Susan. You knew it was in there somewhere, didn't you, Madeline
yes.
Albright? Yeah, she was before Condoleezza Rice, but again, I suspect a lot of people did say Condoleezza. John McCain's running mate, yeah, the first name was Sarah. Can you remember the surname? You're good at surnames when you say it out loud.
It's Sarah Palin.
It is Sarah Palin, yeah.
yeah.
Well done, Jan. That would have scored you 18. Now, the Prime Minister of India, who was assassinated in 1984,
Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi, yeah, would have scored 34. Became head of the IMF in 2011.
Christine Lagarde.
Christine Lagarde, French became head of the IMF. The elected president of Brazil, the first female president of Brazil in 2010. It's a pointless answer. It is Dilma Rousseff. Very well done if you said Dilma Rousseff. That's a terrific answer.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, the pair heading home with their high score of 181. I'm afraid it's Toby and Charlotte. That was a really tough first round.
Yeah.
Baptism by fire, I would say, on Pointless.
Politics not my strong point.
Well, not many people's strong point, to be fair. But you did admirably well. Tolerably well. But the good news is you'll be back next time, and I can promise you we won't have female politicians in that. So we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Toby and Charlotte, thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so only 3 pairs remain, and at the end of this round, we'll be saying goodbye to another pair. Well, this is going to be very close. I think this promises to be an excellent round. You each have an advantage, Toby and Jack, because they're a returning pair. Jenna and Susan, because Susan... I mean, you were a returning pair as well, but you left in round 1 last time. Jenna and Susan. Susan, you gave us the lowest scoring answer in that round, Madeline Albright. And Louise and Natasha, overall, you gave us the lowest scores as a pair. So there we are, very, very well matched. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is the Oscars. The Oscars. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns 2013 Oscar nominations. 2013 Oscar nominations, Richard.
In a moment, Sandra's going to show you 5 categories from the 2013 Oscars. We're looking for the name of anyone who was nominated in any of these categories in the 2013 Oscars. Very best of luck.
OK, so as Richard just mentioned, we're going to put the names of 5 categories up on the board. They will remain for the entire round, so all the way up and all the way back down the line. Each of you has to name anyone who was nominated in any of those categories in 2013. OK, and here is the board. Here are the categories: Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Director. I'll read those one final time. Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Director. There we are. We're looking for anyone nominated in any of those categories in 2013. Jenna.
Right, there was one that came to my head immediately that I can go for with those categories. I'm trying to think what films came out recently, so who would have been nominated. Yeah, I'm just going to go with my first instinct and say Anne Hathaway for Best Actress.
Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Anne Hathaway. It's right. 24. 24 for Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it's actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and she won it as well, but it's a right answer. She did that Susan Boyle cover version in the film, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did nearly as well as Subo herself.
Yeah, I'm going to... Well, you think?
Why didn't they cast Subo?
Couldn't afford her.
Good point.
Could not afford her.
Good point. Louise, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Ang Lee for Best Director.
Ang Lee. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ang Lee. It is, of course, right. 24, our best score. Passes that. 10. Very well done, Louise. 10 for Ang Lee.
Well played, Louise. He won the Best Director for Life of Pi. Also won for Brokeback Mountain a few years back. Have you seen Life of Pi?
I have.
It's good, isn't it?
It's excellent, yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah,
great.
it's very good. Good film. Now, Jack.
Hello.
What are you going to go for?
I've got a few names in my head. I'm trying to go for one that maybe people wouldn't really think of. I know a winner, which would probably be quite high. I'm going to go for Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, says Jack. Jennifer Lawrence. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Jennifer Lawrence. It's correct. Good answer. Down it goes to 18. Very well done.
Again, another winner. We've had 3 winners in a row now. Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress for Silver Linings Playbook. She famously tripped up on her way to collect the award.
Yeah. Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 10, the best score of that pass, Louise. Well done. Louise and Natasha looking pretty strong on the strength of that. Then up to 18, where we find Jack and Toby. Then up to 24, where we find Jenna and Susan. So, yes, you're not far ahead. But Susan, once again, I'm afraid we need a nice low score from you if you're going to make it through to the head-to-head. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so, Toby, remember, we are looking for anyone nominated for an Oscar in 2013 under any of these categories. You're on 18. The high scorers are Susan and Jenna on 24, so 5 or less would prevent you from becoming the new high scorers.
OK, well, I've got a few names going around, and I think I know the person that won the Best Supporting Actor. I've also got a director that I think would be quite obscure, but whether he was nominated, I know his film was, but you know, that's something different. So to play it safe, I think I'm going to go Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
That's the
Christoph
one. Yeah.
Waltz, you're going to say. OK, well, here's your red line. It's quite low. But Christoph Waltz is a great answer. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Christoph Waltz. It's correct. Good work, Toby. You've done it. Look at that. 1 for Christoph Waltz. Brilliant. Great answer. Scores you 1. Takes your total up to 19. Through you go to the head-to-head.
Well played, Toby. He won his second Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in Django Unchained. He's brilliant in that as well.
He's just brilliant.
Yeah, he's great. So we've had 4 winners from those 5. We haven't had anyone who was nominated and hasn't won yet.
Natasha, there you are. There's a gauntlet thrown down. You're on 10. 24, the high score still, so yes, 13 or less sees you through.
Okie dokie. I'm going to go for one. I think she might have been nominated. I hope she's been nominated. I'm going to go for Sally Field.
Sally Field. Sally Field, says Natasha. Here's your red line, again, quite low. But let's see if Sally Field's right. Let's see if it'll get you below that red line. It's right. You're through. 3. Very well done indeed, Natasha. 3 for Sally Field, takes your total up to 13. Through you go to the head-to-head.
Natasha's good, isn't she?
She's very good.
2 rounds in a row of good stuff. Yeah, she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, didn't win it. She won 2 Oscars previously, though.
Thanks, Richard. Now then, Susan. I'm afraid this time even a brilliant Susan answer isn't going to save you. You're on 24. You are the high scorers even before you've given your answer. I'm sorry.
Well, I haven't got a brilliant answer. I don't even know if he was nominated, but Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, says Susan. Hugh Jackman. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Hugh Jackman. No red line for you, as you are the high scorers. It's right. Five. That's a great answer and a lovely score, Susan. But I'm afraid it comes too late. Takes your total up to 29.
Nominated for Best Actor. It's his first ever Oscar nomination, Hugh Jackman. Probably not his last, I suspect. There's a few pointless answers here. Let's take a look at them, see if you've got any of these at home. Alan Arkin, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Argo. He's brilliant in that. Ben Zeitlin, who directed Beasts of the Southern Wild. David O. Russell, the brilliant director of Silver Linings Playbook, would have been a pointless answer. Emmanuelle Riva, nominated for Best Actress for Amour. Jackie Weaver, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Silver Linings Playbook. And there's Michael Haneke at the end there. Terrific answer. Very well done if you said any of those at home. Let's take a look at some of the other low scorers. Amy Adams would have scored you 2. Helen Hunt would have scored you 3 for Best Supporting Actress. Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Philip Seymour Hoffman and Tommy Lee Jones both would have scored you 1. Robert De Niro would have scored you 2. All of those would have been great answers. Actor in a leading role, Denzel Washington would have scored you 2 points. And the directors, you could also had Spielberg would have scored you 9 points, would have been a good answer. Let's take a look at the top 3 answers. We've already heard 2 of them. Jennifer Lawrence, 18 there. Anne Hathaway, 24. We've only missed out 1 winner, and he's at the top of the leaderboard, the winner of Best Actor, and it's Daniel Day-Lewis, 30 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, I'm afraid to say, Susan and Jenna, we have to say goodbye to you. It's been great having you on both shows, and I'm so sorry. I mean, that's a great low score, 29. I'm afraid we have to say goodbye to you, but it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Susan and Jenna. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Louise and Natasha, Toby and Jack. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,000. Now, to decide which pair is going to play for that money, you're now going to go head-to-head. The big difference is, of course, you're now allowed to confer, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. Now, Toby and Jack, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about your rivals today?
They've played a good one.
They sure have.
Good one, so, you know, whatever will be.
Whatever will be, will be.
Exactly.
Well, actually, both teams have played incredibly well so far. I think this is going to be a very, very closely fought head-to-head. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns clocks. Clocks, Richard.
Yeah, why is that funny?
I don't know.
We're going to show you 5 pictures now of clocks or sundials from around the world, famous ones, and I say famous, and you need to tell us in which city you would find them. Good luck.
OK, so let's reveal our 5 famous clocks, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 very famous clocks. Louise and Natasha, you played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first. What are you going to go for? They're tough, aren't they?
Yes, they are tough. We know 2 of them, but we just got no idea which one might be lower. So we're going to go for B, and we think that's Liverpool.
B, Liverpool. B, Liverpool. Now, Toby and Jack, talk us through the other clocks, if you can.
Well, we were hoping for Big Ben to come up, really. But D, based on the colour scheme, we're going to go with Moscow, as it looks a bit like the Kremlin.
OK, you're going to say Moscow for D.
Square, yeah.
OK, Moscow for D. So we have Moscow versus Liverpool. Louise and Natasha said Liverpool. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Liverpool is right. $17 for Liverpool. The question is the other horse in the race going to beat it or be beaten by it? Toby and Jack have gone for Moscow. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. It's right. Is it going to beat Liverpool? Oh, no, it's not. 19 for Moscow. I said it was going to be close this round. Louise and Natasha, well done. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, we've got 2 very good teams here, haven't we? It's going to be a cracker. Let's leave A to the end, because A is a pointless answer. C is St Mark's clock in St Mark's Square, Venice. So that would have scored you 3 points. And E is the astronomical clock in Prague on the Old Town Hall. That would have scored you 14. Now, the top one, that's the world's largest clock face. To give you an idea, Big Ben is 23 feet across. That is 151 feet across. And it's in Mecca. And that's a pointless answer, so very well done to anyone who said that at home. Mecca.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, here comes your second question. Toby and Jack, you get to answer it first, but you have to win it to stay in the game. It concerns David Bowie. David Bowie, Richard.
Yeah, just 5 clues now to facts about David Bowie. What's the most obscure answer here?
OK, let's reveal our 5 clues, and here they come. Name of the model whom he married in 1992, the band with whom he duetted on the 1981 #1 hit Under Pressure, creatures that were from Mars in the title of his 1972 album, the 2002 album that was nominated for the Mercury Prize, and the title of the 2009 film directed by his son, Duncan. I'll read those one last time. The name of the model whom he married in 1992, the band with whom he duetted on the 1981 #1 hit Under Pressure, the creatures that were from Mars in the title of his 1972 album, the 2002 album that was nominated for the Mercury Prize, and the title of the 2009 film directed by his son, Duncan. There we are, 5 clues to facts about David Bowie. Toby and Jack go first.
There's only one we think we're sure of, and that's the bottom one. So the title of the 2009 film directed by his son, Duncan, is Moon.
Moon, say Toby and Jack, Moon. Now then, Louise and Natasha. The rest of the board is yours. Talk us through it.
Well, Toby and Jack have taken our answer. So, he was married, or he is married to Iman. I think he duetted with Queen on Under Pressure, and the creatures are the spiders from Mars. So, I don't know, Louise.
I think we're going to have to go with spiders.
You think so? Oh, I think a lot of people will know that, people of a certain age. But maybe people don't know he's married to.
I think spiders.
OK, then.
Yes,
We'll
we're going to say spiders from
You're going
Mars.
to say spiders from Mars. So we have Moon and spiders from Mars. So Toby and Jack said Moon. Let's see how many of our 100 said Moon. Oh, it's good. 2. Well played, Toby and Jack. That might do it for you. Louise and Natasha have gone for the spiders from Mars. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said spiders. It is right, of course. Is it going to be 2, though? No, it's not. 23 for spiders. Well played, Toby and Jack. It's exactly what we required of you. You're now back in the game. It's 1-1. It's another close one.
So there's nothing you could have done there because Moon is the best answer on the board. You were right about Iman. It would have been a slightly better score than Spiders, not by much, so 22 points. You're right about Queen as well. That would have scored more points, though, 41. And the 2002 album, do you know that one?
Heathen, I think.
Heathen, yes, and that would have scored 3 points. Very well done to anyone who got all 5 of those. Very impressive.
Thanks very much indeed. So here comes your third and final question. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. It concerns South America. South America, Richard.
Going to give you the names of 5 South American countries now, but they're in anagram form. Can you unscramble them? The team that can do that with the most obscure answer is going to go through to the final.
Thanks very much. OK, let's reveal our 5 South American countries, and here they are. Pure, Eurocad, Aneurysm, Oil a Comb, and At Granny. I'll read those one last time. Pure, Eurocad, Aneurysm, Oil a Comb, and At Granny. Now, Louise and Natasha, you go first this time.
OK, we're going to go with Aneurysm, which we think is Suriname.
Suriname. Say Louise and Natasha, Suriname. Now, Toby and Jack.
I think that's a very good answer. We know Pure is Peru, Eurocad is Ecuador, Oil a Comb is Colombia. We're not sure of the bottom one. Yeah, we'll go with Oil a Comb, Colombia.
Oil a Comb, Colombia. So we have Suriname versus Colombia. Louise and Natasha went for Suriname. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Suriname. There, well done. 8 for Suriname. I fear that's going to be a tough one to beat, whichever one you went for, Toby and Jack. But let's find out. You went for Colombia, Oil a Comb. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Colombia. He's right. 51. 51 for Colombia, which means after 3 questions, Louise and Natasha, you are through to the final 2-1. Very well done indeed.
Once again, the first team to give an answer gave the best answer on the board as well, so well done both teams in that head-to-head. You're right about the top 2. Pure is Peru, would have scored 82 points. Eurocad is Ecuador, would have scored you 31. Now, the bottom one is surprisingly difficult to get.
Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina, 30 points. Very well done if you got all 5 of those. Very impressive.
Thanks very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid. Toby and Jack, had you gone first, I think, in that round, I'm sure I have a feeling you had Suriname. Yeah, that's why you have to score as low as you can in the first 2 rounds. But it's been brilliant having you on the show. You've been fantastic in both shows. I'm sorry we have to say goodbye to you now, but thanks very much for playing. Brilliant contestants, Toby and Jack. But for Louise and Natasha, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Louise and Natasha. You fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £3,000. Well, you've done so well. You've been our lowest scorers the whole way through. Very, very consistent low scoring. Very, very well done. And a very exciting head-to-head. That was brilliant. What would you like to see come up in this round?
Films, maybe?
Yeah, we've had films already, but we like films, books, maybe.
Obviously.
Yeah, something geographical, but we've already had that as well.
Yeah, television.
Well, there's a nice range, a nice spread of questions in this new format of final round. So very, very best of luck. Let's hope there's something there for you. Now, as always, you have to choose a category, and you have 4 options to choose from. They are Euro 2012, Africa, popular Irish music, and Shakespearean comedies.
No
We can
to
rule out Euro 2012
yes.
and popular Irish music.
Possibly, yes, I'd say so.
Leaving us with Africa and Shakespearean comedies. We both said we weren't great on Shakespeare, even though we wanted books.
I'm more inclined to go for Africa than
I think we should go for
Shakespearean comedies.
I think we'll go for Africa.
Africa it is. OK, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you 3 different categories now. They cover quite different grounds as well on this one, so hopefully people at home, you'll have something to have a go at here as well. We are looking for the name of any African head of state as of February 2013. We are looking for any capital city, any official capital city of an African country that begins with either A, F, R, I, C or N. Or we're looking for any team that has won the African Cup of Nations from its inception all the way through to 2013. Any African head of state, any capital city beginning with one of those letters in Africa, and any champion of the African Cup of Nations. Very best of luck.
OK, now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that jackpot of £3,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Now, remember, you can answer from any of those categories. It can be 3 from one category, 1 from each, however you like it. That's just for you to choose from. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
I think you'll be quite good at heads of state.
I can think of about 3. There's John Atta Mills, there's Paul Kagame, there's, oh gosh, who was the other one? Good Luck Jonathan. There's, and I think the African Cup of Nations winner, I think this year was Burkina Faso.
Right.
Which is a bit obscure, so...
Yeah, they all sound good to me.
Any capitals?
Capitals, quite obvious ones. Cairo, Algiers. I don't think they're going to be as good as the answers you've just said.
Is the capital of Nigeria Ibadan? I think it might be Ibadan or Ibadan, so which ones are we going to go for?
Do you want to go for Ibadan?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And what did I say for heads of state? Atta Mills for Ghana, and Good Luck Jonathan's
10 seconds left.
Paul Kagame, that's Rwanda. So
Paul
we try that
Kagame,
one.
yeah.
And John Atta Mills.
Yes.
Okay. And you want to try it? Ibadan.
Yep.
OK, that's your time up. I now need your 3 answers. Rob.
Okay, so we're going to go for 2 African heads of state.
And they are?
John Atta Mills.
John Atta Mills.
And Paul Kagame.
And Paul Kagame.
Yeah. And for... Oh, I'm not sure about the capital.
Go for champions of the African
Cup of Nations. We'll try Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
OK, now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Kagame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul Kagame will put last. You're least likely to be pointless, do you think?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso will put first. OK, let's put them up on the board in that order, and here they are. Burkina Faso, President John Atta Mills and President Paul Kagame. Well, very, very best of luck. Your first answer was Burkina Faso. This is one you thought was probably least likely to be pointless. Obviously, first it has to be correct, but if it is pointless, it will win you £3,000. So let's find out. Burkina Faso, were they champions in the Africa Cup of Nations? Oh, no, they weren't. Ooh, an incorrect answer. But there we are. Your 2 best answers are still up on the board. Your second answer was John Atta Mills. Obviously, if this is right, it will win you £3,000. Louise, what would you do with your share of that?
Well, I've got 2 little girls, and we've not taken them out of the country yet, so I'd like to take them on holiday, maybe somewhere like Disneyland.
Natasha, how about you?
Well, my mum's got a significant birthday at the end of the year, so I would use my share of the money for significant birthday celebrations.
Excellent. Significant answer. Good. So let's find out. Is John Atta Mills an African head of state? Oh!
Maybe he isn't anymore.
Oh, dear, oh dear. 2 incorrect answers. Your final answer has everything riding on it. Paul Kagame. If this is pointless, it will win you that jackpot. So let's find out for £3,000. Is President Paul Kagame an African head of state? He is. So Burkina Faso was an incorrect answer. President John Atta Mills was an incorrect answer. Paul Kagame now taking us down into single figures, still going down. Down he goes, you've done it! Very well done! That just had to be right. That's brilliant, very well done. Very, very well done indeed. Oh, well, I have to say, you teed that up beautifully with 2 incorrect answers. And then Paul Kagame bringing it in for you. Fantastic. Well, many, many congratulations. Paul Kagame was, of course, a pointless answer, which means you will leave here today with £3,000 of the jackpot in your back pocket. Very well done.
I'm so pleased for you, Louise and Natasha. It's terrific. From answer 1 of round 1, you were terrific. You've been brilliant throughout the whole show. Aren't librarians amazing? That's true. Burkina Faso lost in the final of the African Cup of Nations this year to Nigeria. Nigeria would have been a very big scorer. And John Atta Mills, I don't want to break the news to you, he passed away, sadly. One of the other answers you said during your deliberations, good luck, Jonathan, would have been a pointless answer as well, the president of Nigeria. It doesn't matter, you won the money anyway. Let's go through some more pointless answers. Virtually every single African head of state was a pointless answer, apart from Robert Mugabe, Jacob Zuma, a couple of others. Let's take a look at a few names. Well done if you said King Letsie III. Well done if you said President Blaise Compaoré as well. President Jorge Carlos Fonseca would have been a pointless answer, lovely to say as well. And President Manuel Pinto da Costa, also a pointless answer. The capital cities, Antananarivo, the capital of Madagascar. Asmara, that's the capital of Eritrea. Conakry, that's Guinea, and Niamey, that's Niger. You could also have Nouakchott, which is Mauritania as well. And the only pointless winner of the champion of the African Cup of Nations was the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Very well done if you've got any of those at home, and congratulations in the studio as well. It's been a pleasure having you here from start to finish.
Well, thanks once again to our winning players, Louise and Natasha, who go away with today's jackpot of £3,000. Very well done. Join us again next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.